भद्रम कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रम पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्रा स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदा स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति शांति शांति. We are studying here Prashnopanishad of the Atharva Veda, which is a sequel to Mundak Upanishad, as I told you, and we have studied up to third mantra. We have completed the third mantra Bhashya last time.
No.
Something remained. You tell me where. Huh? अभ्युपगत आत्मैकत्व. एकत्वेपि. थर्ड मंत्र है ना.
After this is fourth.
ये भोग काल वगैरह से सब पढ़ गए.
हाँ, this is भोग काल.
हाँ, वो पढ़ लिए.
फिर ये हो गया था. इसके भोग काल के बाद.
You completed 12th mantra, Swamiji.
Huh?
You completed 12th mantra.
Ah, yes, third mantra I completed.
12th.
Huh?
13.
No.
You're on 13.
Third mantra I completed, isn't it?
Purushasya.
No, Purushasya Vishesha.
So here this ekat is
एकत्वेपि शास्त्र प्रणयनादि अनर्थक्य मिति चेत. ये भी बोल दिया ने. हाँ. No, third mantra has been completed. I remember perfectly. Yeah. So, in the sixth questionnaire, the question has been asked about the Purusha, who is called Shodashakala Purusha. Purusha is 16 parts. And how to find him? So, where is he and what is he? And Pippalada has replied, here, within your inner body, is that Purusha from whom 16 parts emanate. And then, in the second mantra, and in the third mantra, he saw. If what going away, I shall go away, what staying, I shall stay, this he saw. And here Shankar has told the main point is Sa Ikshan Chakre, that means he saw, means he is consciousness. And so the Sankhya's idea of Pradhana, etc., stands negated. And that Bhashya we read line by line completely. Now comes the Srishti in the fourth mantra. Sa pranam asrujata pranat shraddham kam vayur jyotir apa prithvi indriyam mano annam annadviryam tapo mantraha karma loka lokeshu cha nama cha. If you count, this is 16. Sometimes a group has called one. First let us count. Pran, Shraddha, 5 elements. That makes 7. Huh? Pran, Shraddha and 5 elements. 7. Indriya. All Indriyas he takes into one category. Both sensory organs and motor organs all have clubbed into one called Indriya. Then mind. Then food. Then from food, strength. Then tapasya for purification. Then mantra. Mantra means all the Vedas. That is one club together. That makes 13. Then karma. 14. 15 loka, the results of karma. And 16, in the lokas and everywhere, names. So it is not cosmology, it is not physical, he created this matter and not like that. This is the 16 parts. So they relate to a good man's life, not every life. Supposing the man has good tendencies, such a man's life consists of these 16 parts. And chief among them is prana. Because he, if we loosely translate, he thought, then he thought, what going away I have to go away and what staying I have to stay. That is prana. Not only that, but prana created the remaining. Or he created from prana the remaining. So when prana transmigrates, everything else transmigrates. So his assertion that what is that which transmigrates, I will also transmigrate, and which staying, I will stay. So that reply is prana. And from prana he created all these things. So automatically they go. Now, here I will point out, if you remember, we studied the Mundaka Upanishad before this. And in Mundaka Upanishad, a Brahmajna's passing away was described in the most wonderful, glorious way. And there it was said that 15 parts go back to their elements. From where they were made, they went back. So one was left out. And that was told, karmacha vijnanamayam purushacha ekatvam adhigacchati. So from these 16 parts, karma was taken out. And karma was clubbed with I consciousness. And I consciousness and karma together for a man of knowledge goes back to Brahman. Okay, that is we remember here. Now, let us see what are all these things created. We have described now. Meaning we have given now. So, let us read the Shankar's commentary. Ishwarena eva, first point. That Ishvara, mind you here, Brahman and Ishvara are not distinguished here. Purusha is the name of Brahman. Purusha is the name of Ishvara. It is not Sankhya's Purushas. One Purusha. And that is called Ishvara. I told you something perhaps many times, I will repeat again in this context, that my Guruji, on the first day perhaps, or within the first week, immediately he told me with an example. I repeated it several times, but I like to repeat it again and again. There is a person, Mr. Subodh Mukherjee, and he is an executive engineer. So in the office, he is called executive engineer or XN. His friends call him Mr. Mukherjee. But in the house he is called Subodh Babu. So these three are not different persons. In why there are three names? In different contexts, three names. In the context of office or what the work he does, executive engineer. For friends, he is known as Mr. Mukherjee. In the house, Subodh Babu. Similarly, he said, the reality is one without a second. But we ask, what is the reality of this whole world? Then we call it Brahman. Brahman has been defined as the universal reality in short, or as Shankara has pointed out, the greatest in all respects. So he has shown that, he has shown in that itself, he has shown Ishvara. But Brahman normally means the transcendent immanent reality, the universal reality. And so, when we ask the question, what is the reality of the entire universe? The reply is Brahman. When we ask, what is my reality? And my is not reality, is not individual. My reality, your reality, everybody's individual's reality. Universal reality, name Brahman. Individual reality for everybody, the name is Atman. And then we ask, who governs this world? So his name is Ishvara. Three contexts. Why I am repeating this is that so-called traditional Vedantists, they make such a huge difference between Brahman and Ishvara, to the extent that some of them tell that there is no place of Ishvara in Vedanta. I told you the stories about it. And in Shankar Bhashya we find, or in truth we find, there is a very good discussion by Swami Maheshanandagiri, the chief of Dakshinamurti Math and a great among the recent Vedantists. And he has said that this universal self, Ishvara, is the speciality of Vedanta. Anyway, so Ishvarena eva, by that God alone. By that God alone means which God? Which has been referred to. Purusha, from whom 16 kalas emanate. So that very Purusha is called Ishvara. Purusha means all-pervading and perfect in itself. You have written sometimes Purusha definition. Purusha, several definitions are there, but Purishayanat Purnatvatva. That is Purna. So that is Ishvara. So Ishvarena eva. Shankar says Ishvarena eva to deny, negate what the Sankhya said that Pradhana created. That has been discussed. So to distinguish from that, he says, by God alone, not by Pradhan, his agent. His agent has no power to create anything. And he does not, Ishvara does not require an agent to create anything. Ishvara himself, eva, he created Sarvadhikari Prana, not Pradhana. Prana is Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is called Prana because he is the life force of all living beings. So that Prana, Sarvadhikari, that means he will do everything now. Ishvara chief officer is not Pradhana. There is no Ishvara in Sankhya, but Pradhana is neither the creator nor the chief minister. Pradhana is a product of Prakriti. If you go by Pradhana, then it's a jada. He cannot create or do anything, not even agent. So, Ishwarena eva sarvadhikari prana. Prana which has all the rights. You may say equivalent to Prime Minister or whatever you like. But sarvadhikari prana purushena. So, he has connected here itself. Ishwarena means purushena. So, Ishwarena purushena. Purushena who is Ishvara, Ishwarena. Sarvadhikari prana srujyate. He created prana who has all the rights. Katham? Then what happened? Sapurusha ukta prakarena ukshitva. So he saw. What he saw? By whose transmigration I will transmit, by whose staying I will stay. It is ukta prakarena ukshitva. Seeing or thinking in this way. Pranam hiranyagarbhakyam. Prana means whose name is Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha because inside, outside, fully golden like shining. That is the meaning of Hiranyagarbha. We discussed last time. Sarva prani karana adharam. Who is that? Hiranyagarbha. Karana means instruments. All beings instruments. Support of. That Hiranyagarbha is the support of the instruments of all beings. Antaratmanam. And he is the indwelling reality of all. Generally we call God as the indwelling reality. This is that Hiranyagarbha. Brahma, that is consciousness with the universal mind. So is Antaryami. Asrujata means Srushtavan. He created. Ata. Ata means not therefore. Ata means from this. Panchami. From this, Ata Pranat. From this prana. So, Ishvara created, but from this prana he created. Further, we generally believe, the traditional Hindus, that Brahma created this world. And they say, Vishnu or Narayana or whoever is the original, he created Brahma and Brahma created this world.
Chaturmukha Brahma.
Huh?
Not Vedantic Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma.
No. Shvatashvatar Upanishad. So that is put in a different way. Shvatashvatar Upanishad toward the end, that when he created Brahma, he gave all the Vedas unto him and Brahma created the world. So, through Brahma he created, na? So apparently Brahma created. There is no harm in that. Not through Pradhana. Ata prana shraddham. So what is the shraddha? Sarva praninam shubha karma pravritti hetu bhutam. All the beings are there. Some of them or all of them, they get a tendency, I will do good works. Why they get this tendency? Because there is Shraddha. So Shraddha means the hetu, the reason of all beings' tendency for good works. That is Shraddha. Now to think of this, our mind, our personality gets connected with the universal. If we have any tendency, work, knowledge, bhakti, any tendency to move towards good, it is coming from God Himself. It is coming from Brahma. It is coming from God Himself. He created the Shraddha.
Then those who are doing bad, where it is coming from?
Huh?
Not from God.
Bad comes from ego. As soon as we think we are individuals, the result is bad.
Bad comes from ego.
The source of papa or evil or whatever you say is this separate ego. The universal self is not going to do anything bad. Okay? So, Sarva Praninam Shubha Karma Pravritti Hetu Bhutam. Then 5 elements. So 5 elements, Shankar says Tata. Tata has 2 meanings and both apply afterwards or from that. But this is not from Shraddha, no. Tata means after, next. Next. Ata means now, Ata means from him, Tata means next. Karma phalopabhoga sadhana adhishthanani. For doing, if you do good karma, then the good results will come. Then we have to enjoy those results. And we require some means to enjoy those results. And all these requires a location to adhisthana, support or location. All this means our body. If we have no body, how will we enjoy the results? So, karma phala upabhoga sadhana adhishthanani, plural. Karana bhutani. Now this body has to be made of something. Constituents of this body. Mahabhutani. Mahabhutani means subtler elements which pervade the whole world, from which the whole physical world is made. Now, shall I explain this a little? Once I had explained.
Panchakarma is this one.
Pancha tattvas, pancha tanmatras, the 5 subtle elements, they are mentioned here. And let me explain about that. One of our big Swamis, let me not name him, or people in general may think that our Rishi's analysis is very gross, 5 elements. See, the Westerners have discovered 92 elements, and now it is growing. Let me compare this. They were called elements. And the original meaning of elements is which will not change their nature. Element. Element means you go on analyzing. The last unit will be called the element. After the discovery of nuclear physics, it has no meaning, only the name continues. When we know that these atoms of these elements are made of neutron, proton, electron, mainly. Now, any number of particles are being invented. Photon, and lastly, God particle. And people, superstitious, foolish people think they have invented God or they have found God. They got a particle, they could not find a name for it, so they called it God particle. So where are the elements? And this radioactivity, that means one element gets changed into another element. Now what is the difference? Scientists take this world to be object. We are the subjects. Without verifying the subject-object relation.
Once again, scientists take this world to
Scientists take this world to be objective. Object means pursued by us. Have they verified it? Have they verified that we are really the subjects? Have they verified what is the meaning of subject and object division? Vedanta or Indian philosophy in general, especially Vedanta, that day I gave you a name, you have written that, is called critique of experience, not of objects. It does not critically analyze the objects. It critically analyzes our experience of the objects. And what is our experience? I see this, I feel this, I smell this. That is our experience.
Apart from that side,
And other than the 5 modes of experience, we have no mode of experience. Human beings, ordinary human beings.
love and hatred.
Huh?
Love and hatred. We experience that from which
Objective world I am talking of.
object.
Which science calls objective world, I am talking of experience of that objective world. So either I see, touch, fear, see, touch, eat, smell, and hear. Other than these 5, do you have any experience?
Not for objective world.
Swami Kandikas said, had we have an electrical organ, the world would have been totally different. Had we had any 6th indriya, the world would have been totally different. So our experience of the world is only limited to the 5 senses. Now, from this you go. Experiential from the rishis, analytical from our point of view. I see you, I see the wall. So in you and in wall, there must be something which is seen. In the universe, there has to be something which becomes object of my seeing. Otherwise, how could I see? And these days they call it photon. We are not limited to proton, electron, neutron now. Photon. Several particles they have found. So, that which generates vision is called Teja Tattva.
It generates vision.
The cause of something is present in your body which makes me see you. So that something is called Teja. It goes far deeper than this 92 which changes. Now we prayed, Bhadram Karne Vishrunayam. So there is something in world which makes me hear the world. So that is called Akasha Tattva. There is something in this world which causes touch. Hot, cold, soft. So that is the Vayu Tattva. Something in this world which gives me taste.
Jal.
So that is the Rasa Tattva.
Jal.
Jala Tattva. And something which causes smell. That is the grossest thing. That is Prithvi Tattva.
So all these tattvas we treat as subtle.
Huh?
All these tattvas we treat as subtle. Subtle. All these are subtle.
Subtle means we are not able to see that electron and proton. No scientists claim that they can be seen. Verification means if it is like that, it will produce like that, and that we see. Understood? But the yogis perceive, so they are existing. If we develop the power of subtle vision, we perceive. So the definition is ordinary man's five senses. Now, you understood the point now? So other than these five elements, now they make every object in the world, is it not? The five nuclear particles would make in science every object of the world. But science do not propose how we can see them. I told the difference between, similarity between and difference between Sankhya and science. Sankhya has Patanjali yoga for its support, they grow together. So if other side, if through observation and generalization we come across that there are five subtle elements, they find it. They find the ways to perceive them. Then further generalization is done. Understood? So, five karma phalopabhoga sadhana adhishthanani karanabhutani mahabhutani asrujata. So they are called mahabhutas because they are universal. Now he is describing them. This is the general definition, but in the mantra five names are given. So he is describing Kham Shabda Gunam. Akash has the quality of sound. Here there is a difference between scientists and Indian philosophies in general. Scientists think that from vacuum sound cannot come.
Sound cannot travel in that.
Now, Indian Akasha is not vacuum at all. The scientists struggle to find an equivalent of Akasha. And they brought out ether, not this liquid ether. They gave ether to the name which will serve the purpose of Akasha. But it can never be. Because Akasha is not gross matter. Ether is a matter. Then how can it give place to me?
In Sanskrit, Akash also means sky, right?
Akasha means space. Akasha means primordial matter. Unformed matter. So the matter is there and therefore sound comes. Okay? So, Kham Shabda Gunam. Vayum Svena Sparshena Karana Gunena Cha Vishishtam Dvigunam. Another important thing. These five are not totally different. The grossification of one comes the other. Swamiji describes through vibration. This Akasha is the subtlest vibration. If the vibrations become little gross, it becomes Vayu.
Vayu Tattva.
Vayu Tattva. So, Shankar says, Vayu has a new quality called Sparsha. Plus, Karana Gunena Cha. Vayu's Karan is Akash. So, Akasha's Gun is Shabda. So, that also Vayu has. Vayu has Sparsha and Karana Gunena Cha Vishishtam. Vishishtam means Vayu is defined as. Vayu has speciality of Dvigunam. So it has two qualities. Tatha Jyoti, third tattva is Jyotish tattva. Various names, Teja tattva, Agni tattva, but here Jyoti, na? Kham Vayur Jyoti. So, Jyoti tatha Jyoti Svena Rupena. Svena Rupena, that does not mean in one's own form. Svena Gunena Rupena. The Jyoti's own quality is Rupa. That means he generates vision. Anyway, I don't want to digress here, but what we can see are colors and shapes. We do not see objects. We sense by all our indriyas, and mind comes in, and that collaborates and calls this is a table. So this tattva svena rupena purvabhyam cha vishishtam trigunam. And old two he has to take akasha shabda, vayu sparsha, and one's own guna rupa. So purvabhyam cha vishishtam, along with the two old qualities. Here is not the word karana gunana, but same thing follows. From air, mind you, from the vibrations called vayu, if the vibrations become still grosser, we see. Anyway, I can define this in a scientific way also. Shall I do that first? We think of sound, wavelengths. The range of audible sound is from this wavelength to that wavelength. If it goes beyond that, we call suprasonic. We cannot hear. Now we see wavelength. This wavelength is red, this wavelength is violet. Below red, infrared. Rays are there. We do not see. What we see is the red mixed with that. And ultraviolet, used for cancer treatment, etc. So beyond violet, we cannot see. So different wavelengths are different organs visible to. What is available to do? So this is a different range, that is a different range, that is a different range, that's all. Similarly, we can find out, we should find out, scientists should find out, this taste at its own range.
Those waves are different, right? Sound waves and light waves are different.
Scientists tell about the range of vision and sound, not about all other elements. But I am telling, extending this very logic, all sensual perceptions are waves with different wavelengths. Thinking like that, all get connected. That is what I am telling. Sound wavelengths are very gross, small wavelengths. Na? Light is very different. Anyway, that is a side talk, but I am connecting all the five. Because it said it is the cause of that, that is the cause of that. So, Trigunam, Shabda Sparsha Bhyam. Shabda Sparsha in Sanskrit, the order of words is not at all important because of the vibhakti. Anything can be kept anywhere. So, Purvabhyam cha Vishishtam Shabda Sparsha Bhyam. In between Trigunam Shabda has come. Tatha Apo Rasena Gunena Asadharanena. Different words he is using. Rasa belongs to Jalatattva. Asadharan means it does not belong to the previous one. Asadharan means special. Sadharan means general, asadharan means special. So, Apo rasena gunena asadharanena purva guna anupravishena cha chaturguna. And all the previous one will be contained in it. So it has four qualities: Shabda Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. Tatha Gandha Gunena, here in this sentence, Prithvi word comes last. Tatha Prithvi, Gandha Gunena, Purva Guna Anupraveshena cha Pancha Guna. Shabda Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. You know Prithvi as the Gandha Guna? How it is shown, demonstrated?
In rainy season, when waterfalls is
After the hot summer, when the first rains come, beautiful smell comes. That is Prithvi's own smell. If we some dirty smell, that is a mixture. Prithvi's old smell. One point. Secondly, all the smelling objects like flowers are coming from Prithvi only. Panchaguna Prithvi. Huh? So these five he created. Then Tatha Tereva Bhutair Arabdam Indriyam. So these elements, Arabdam is made of. From these elements are made our organs. Separate. By Shabda Gun, our ears are made. In the hearing organ of Indriya.
by Shabda Guna.
It is like this further. You are aware of a little of, before this transistor came, radio, third wall in the broadcasting station, third wall in the receiver.
Antenna.
And when you tune to that wavelength, this catches. So our Indriyas are, you may think like Sankhyas, that everything has Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic aspects. So Tamasic aspects are the elements, Sattvic aspects of the Indriyas, that's all. And the Vedanta Sar says, why call this? Because quality is like that so. Because the Indriya perceives, so it has Sattvic. Because that is perceived, so it is Tamasic. And Karma Indriyas, Rajasic. So now separate quality you take or tattva you take, Sattvic part of it, our Indriyas. Rajasic part of it, our Karma Indriyas. So, Tereva Bhutair Arabdam Indriyam Dviprakaram Buddhartham Karmartham Cha. So, for knowledge, that means sensory organs and karma, motor organs. Dasha Sankhya. So 5 plus 5, 10. Tasya cha Ishwaram. This Ishwara is not Supreme Lord, their Lord. The general meaning of the word Ishwara is boss, Lord. So these 10 organs, their Lord is mind. Now what is mind? Mind is the mixture, sattvic mixture of all the 5 organs. Mixture, not compound. Mixture. All the 5 elements, certain elements are present in the mind.
We have some equal ratios.
Huh?
Equal ratios. Equal ratio. Equal ratio. Ratio. Proportion.
Huh?
Proportion.
How can you count? That Panchikaranam is only a rough idea. All are present, that we can say. All together are present. In dream, what happens? From that itself, it creates again the Indriya, because they are present already. In Jagruti, our gross indriyas are working. In sleep, they are not working. So from the mind itself, the subtle indriyas come out again. Both Jnanendriya, Karmendriya.
Maharaj, did they know where mind is present?
Huh?
Where mind is present? Manaha Putra.
Where?
Where?
I think it came in this Prashnopanishad previously. Mind, seat is heart. Seat, center. And mind is always wavy. If mind is waveless, it is Nirvikala Samadhi. So mind is wavy. So it is present throughout our body. In deep sleep, mind is present only in the heart. In meditation, mind is present only in the heart. In samadhi rather. If we think, feel, then mind is present throughout our body. That love, hate, everything throughout our body. And when we perceive, mind is throughout the world. Not leaving this center, it does not go away. This center wave in the mind itself, wave in the outside world. Their mind remains. And so, Shamakaran, we have to withdraw the mind from the outside world, withdraw the mind from our own body, apply the mind to itself. That is what Patanjali will tell. Then apply the mind to find out its source, it will go to God. Okay? Tasya cha Ishwaram antastham samshaya sankalpa lakshanam mana. He has given in short, mind. What are the mind's lakshana, characteristics? Samshaya, sankalpa. Doubt is the nature of the mind. And sankalpa always contains vikalpa. Is it this or that? Shall I do this or that? This is mind. In short, Shankara,
Sankalpa means?
sankalpa means thought, idea.
Vikalpa means also thought only. Vikalpa.
Immediately an opposite thing comes in our mind.
So positive thought is sankalpa and negative thought is vikalpa.
Nirvikalpa means no sankalpa, then no vikalpa. If sankalpa is there, vikalpa also is there. Okay? So in short, he has given samshaya sankalpa lakshanam mana. Now, shall I comment a little? These devotees, bhava, always there is a doubt there because mind is very strongly present.
When there is doubt about God or doubt,
Huh?
doubt about faith, lack of that.
You are asking doubt about. Say husband and wife. The wife continuously doubts whether husband is seeing somebody else. Continuously. Husband has doubt about the wife. About God, in bhava, he is not looking at me. Gopis will say he has gone to Chandravali. Why he has gone to Chandravali? Radha will say. Understood? No, the Goswamis have described this in great detail. Jayadeva was describing great detail. So it means it is the quality of the mind. And they are using their mind very much.
So you say bhava is only the quality of mind.
Anyway, I don't want to go further. Anyway, understood this point?
Bhava is only the quality of mind, you say.
Bhava is spiritual mind. Bhava is about God. But mind is also present. That is what I am telling.
Then doubt is also present.
Through mind, God.
When there is mind, doubt is also present.
Huh?
When there is mind, doubt is also present. Doubt.
Mind is quality is doubt. Okay? We are going like that, huh? I thought today all Upanishads will be finished. Anyway, huh? Mana. Evam praninam karyam karanam cha srishtva. So in this way, karyam means body. Karanam means organs, including mind. Karyam karanam cha srishtva tat sthiti artham. That should stay for some time, na? Vrihi yavadi lakshanam annam. So through prana he created food. Here food means not matter, actual food for the pranis to stay. Sustaining their life, food. That God himself created. Tatasya annad adyamanad. Tatasya means from the anna, because here in the mantra itself. Annad, viryam. Huh? So annad tata. Cha, tata if you take afterwards, then annad. Huh? Tata annad or tata annad. Huh? Adyamanat. Anna means food when eaten. If it is kept there, it will not happen. But when food is eaten, then viryam, samarthyam, balam. So then we will get virya means capacity, power, sarva karma pravritti sadhanam. So a tendency to different work, we shall be able to do that work, sadhanam. We eat food, it gives power, then we do work. Sarva pravritti sadhanam. Tad viryavatam cha praninam. Now beings with that power. He has created the body, he has created the organs, he has created the food. So they have got the power now. Tapo. Tapa he defines as Vishuddhi Sadhanam. Tapa is for their purification. Now the purification means it takes for granted that you are impure. Is it not? Sankiryamananam. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra have been defined depending upon the Sattva qualities. But in course of history, they never remain pure. Especially after war. So because of Varna Sankara, they have become impure, Shankar says. He does not decry the four Varnas. Shudras are pure in Kshatriya, Vaishya, but they Varna Sankara make their mind down. So, because tapa presupposes impurity. So, Sankirya Mananam. Man means they are getting impure by Varna Sankar. So, for their purification, tapa. Now, if tapa, now next is mantra. Now, mantra is explaining tapo vishuddha antar bahi karanebhya karma sadhana bhuta rugaju sama atharva angirasa tata. Relatively, you have become pure. Relatively. Then we can follow the Vedic karma. So, for those who have become purified, to do karma 4 Vedas have been constructed. From that very prana. Now, what are the 4 Vedas? Why are they 4? This has been described in Taittiriya Upanishad Bhashya and somewhere else also. Vedas are discoverers of the subtler truths. Now that Vedic literature is growing vast. Swamiji said if all Vedas were available, it would fill the whole library. So, Veda Vyasa decided that let me divide them and give some families or my disciples responsibility. There was no writing. All that has been memorized. So, if it is poetical, difference between prose and poetry. If it is poetical, Rig Veda. If it is prose, Yajurveda. If from the poetry it is singable, then Samveda.
Poetry is always singable.
Poetry has become song, na? What are songs? Some poetry is songs.
Not all poetry is a song.
All poetry cannot be. All poetry is read like a song. It is not song. Not at all. If you make that difference, Rig Veda uses only 3 mantras. On harmonium, ga, ma, pa. That's all. Samveda uses at least 5. From that 7 came later on. Okay. So, and afterwards a new Veda came. It is called Atharva Angirasa. Atharva Brahma. This is from Atharva Upanishad. Brahma taught that knowledge to his first son Atharva. From here he came and we are getting that. So it is a later discovery. That is Atharva Veda. In these 4. Now, karma. Karma, Agnihotradi, Lakshanam, Adi. Karma means that prescribed by the Vedas. Agnihotradi, Lakshanam. Tato loka, karmanam phalam. If you do karma, you will get the result. What are lokas? Swarga, loka and all that. We say places. What is the meaning of the word loka?
Which is visible. Visible, which can be seen.
Luka. In Sanskrit, luka lukyate. English word look, same. That which is seen. Seen means experienced.
Which pratyaya? Lokaha, luk dhatu, which pratyaya?
This is made into name. That pratyaya. So, seeing means experiencing. If you do karma, your mind undergoes a change. And that change mind experiences something different. That is lokas. Karma phala in this sense. If you do karma, your mind undergoes a change, and that change mind you experience different. That is lokas. So he says, loka karmanam phalam. No, lokeshu cha. That means in those lokas, pranis are staying. Praninam. Teshu cha srishtanam praninam nama cha. Cha here means 16th last. Cha will include everything. Nama cha. Shankara explains Devadatta, Yagyadatta, ityadi.
Mahabhashya Devadatta.
That is the commonest name always. But nowadays, Rinku, Pinku, Tinku, all. Evam eta kala praninam avidyadi dosha praninam avidyadi dosha bija apekshaya srishta. That means all the pranis are there in pralaya, in Bijbhut, in that Hiranyagarbha. Now when they come out, they have seeds of previous karmas.
Previous cycle.
This is eternal. This is not first beginning or anything. So, in the pralaya time, all pranis are there with the bij sanskaras. Now when they come out, and all that is due to avidya. So, in relation to the avidya of the pranis, Brahma creates. Everybody has to get fruit of that. So, praninam avidyadi dosha bija apekshaya srishta. He has created these 16 things. Created means avidya srishti. Avidya of the beings, collective. Collective avidya is Brahma's power, Maya Shakti.
Apeksha means with using that.
Avidya means wrong knowledge, nothing else.
Apekshaya.
Apeksha means accordingly. Apeksha means expectation.
Expectation.
So accordingly.
According to their avidya.
Apeksha means pranis expect to get the fruits. Now Shankar says, all this is, nothing is created. Avidya roop. So, he gives example, Taimirika drishti srishta iva. If you get cataract, you see so many things.
If you get
Cataract in the eyes. Taimirika means. Cataract, what you see, you know? Two everything. Actually, our two eyes make two images. But in a normal man, they are focused together. But in cataract, they do not coalesce. So in cataract man, you will see two moons. This example, not Raju sir, for example, because subject-object division comes. One becomes two. I told you, my Guruji's experience, when he was operated for cataract, or Bhomananji was with him. So he's saying, which is, he had a nickname for that. Venkatesh Maharaj, Dadu, he used to call him. Dadu, tumi ekhane na ekhane. You are here or here. Two images. Yeah? So Shankar gives that example. Taimirika drishti srishta iva dvichandram. Then some more examples. Mashaka makshikadya. Swapna drik srishta iva. Two examples. Like cataract man, two moons. Or in dream, we see so many things like that. Mashaka makshikadya. Mosquitoes and flies. We may see in dream. Anything we see in dream. Swapna dirkshrishta ivacha. Swapna dirkshrishta means the seer of the dreams creates these things. So like that. Sarva padartha, all the padarthas. Now he ends lastly. In the pralaya time, all these 16 parts go back to God. Puna tasminneva purushe praliyante hitva nama rupadi vibhagam. So names and forms distinguish a thing from the other. Giving up that, they go back to Brahman in pralaya. To show that it is unreal, he produces, then they go back to him. Okay? Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyem Akshabhir Yajatra Sthirai Rangai Stushtavanshas Tanubhi Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddhashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starkyo Arishtanemi Swastina Praspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna